Hi everyone, Skillshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live Crossfire SLY versus Arc. Here we go. This is early season battle, but it is a battle of the undefeateds right now. Granted, they're only 1-0, but one team is going to be 2-0 tonight. One team is going to be 1-1. Some might say they're still trying to figure it out, but I think that there's been a lot of planning tonight, so I'm super excited to see what's in store. Before we get into tonight's match, how about a super chat shout out for Valar? Hello, 99 Kills Great Mods, channel members, PDL players, sponsors, bundles, Burn Coin, Kills Coin. Tonight is the night that there's only one team so far that we've not seen their home field. So every team's got a chance to play at home. Well, tonight, Art gets to play at home, and you will see that unveiled tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me take you guys over to the standings and the schedule to show you what we have lined up in the very near future. So we've got, there you go, you got Arc 1-0 with a point differential 131, Sly 1-0, 61, Mir 1-1 with a negative point differential. That shows you how close it is this year. Remember, Mir had that huge point differential last season. Now at 1-1 a negative. So you can see everybody is super competitive this season. And I got to tell you, talk about Heartbreak Hotel. Team Vox playing their hearts out, but how, only negative 172 and two close losses. It should tell you that Crossfire is anybody's game, how close these games are. Take a look at what we got with the schedule up top. So we got some special events. Rage Against the Machine next Monday night, Mir versus Arc. Rage Against the Machine is double cyborgs. Each team can use two cyborgs. Go to Vox versus Sly. Rage Against the Machine next Wednesday. And in the following week, the 8th and the 10th, we are going to do our trophy presentations for our first and second place finishers last season. We've got Mir going to get their brand new item trophy presentation. And then, of course, we've got Arc that will get their second place presentation as well. And then the week after, you better believe it, it is back. The favorite event for all of you guys. It is Red Wedding time. May 15th, Mir traveling to Vox. Red Wedding. That means Vox will have 3 legendaries. Mir will have 2. Arc traveling to Sly May 17th. Red Wedding battle between them as well. So you guys pretty hyped about what we got in store. It's crazy, right? Early on, we thought that the PCP points were, it's a lot to keep up with, but you guys just play. Just play, and you'll get the points. Now, some of that has to be in your strategy, but let me show you guys all the different players we have in PCP points categories right now. So, page number 1. Look, I couldn't even get all the people that have gold bars on there, but the 2 front runners there, Trigger, not even playing a lot of rounds. Look at Trigger with the gold bars, and in second place, we got Samurai and a whole lot of people tied with 1. Go to the DZ. Do we have potentially a new defender of the year? Is it time to pass the baton to JJ? It's early, but we got JJ with 150 points, and you got Bones, you got Valar in there as well. Rovers. Moonshot, back to being the Moon Rover. You can see 2 tires. Julia, Dimes, Justice, and Cat. Submarine. Even though JJ is kind of the captain right now, because she's releasing the submarines, she's releasing it for points, and that really helped out last week, believe me. But this award is not the captain award, it's the sub award, and this has to do with whether or not you are getting a tidal wave, where you're getting the wave award. So we got Cannonball, B-Dub back in the Cannonball run. We've got Craven Light, Jim, Cat, Justice all up there with 1. And, of course, B-Dub and Justice, the Battle of the Gold Orbs. The turrets, Samurai, 2 Ace Awards, Animal and Regien, 1 each. And page 2, look at this. Ruffled Feathers, you like killing bosses, you like taking out players. You got Busy, Ron, Gemstone, Stealth Bomber, Julia, and JJ. Ron, the only person to get the surrender. And all along the Watchtower is Pope, who got the award for the 9th Watchtowers. So a lot of cool stuff there. Speaking of cool stuff, here is tonight's epic war bundle, and it is a good one. A lot of things that you guys asked for, and a little bit of extras in here. So let's take it up top to the silver. Just the silver bundle alone is ASC Iron. People loved the Rage in the last one. They requested again. Regular Rage Potion, Dragon Smoke, 5 Pet Revives, Flex, Zerk. Each of your waxes, we're giving you 1. Go down to the red, Cursed Red, Krampus, Glyph of Ravage, Combat Orb, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, and Hostile 9. Well, tonight is the first night that Hostile 9 can be played along with all the other Rages. So if you play an H9 tonight, you can still play an 8, a 7, 6, 5, so on and so forth. If you play a Terror 10, normally, if you played the highest Rage, you couldn't play another Rage. Well, the new rules of Rage are, even if you play a Terror 10, the highest one, you can also play a regular Rage Potion, which is up there. Can't play a 3, a 4, a 5, anything else, but you can play a 10 and a 1. So that means that you could play the highest Rage in the game and still possibly light a Watchtower by using just the regular Rage. Cool stuff there. So brand new change. And yes, we do have a Terror 10 in tonight's bundle. Take you to the gold. A lot of these by request. We've got Blue, Krampus, Secure, Cursed Defense. There's your 8 APR. Lethal by request. Gold skins, Carve, Gold summon skins, and Onyx. And that's right, the bonus in between the gold and the green. I'm going to give you 10 Elysium to protect your stuff and 100 loader grenades. There's a free loader set right there included in this bundle. You guys have not had to buy loaders in a long, long time because we've been including quite a bit of them. Go over to the green. Energy Orb, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, Super Thrill. Super Thrill is mixed into the green bundle. Look at this. A very, very rare Super Smoke, and it is in the green bundle. Madness, Spray, Stellar, Stronghold Speed, Epic, up top. This is worth its weight right here. Mythic Summon Skins, Colossal Summon Skins, and that's right, depending on whether you chose red gear or black gear, I'm going to start you out and show you the first one, which is the Soul Link ability. All right, I'm going to tell you, these abilities this season are so versatile. The game has evolved, and in the past, it was a lot of, and these things are good. Look, I love Mass Destruction. I love Mind Blast. I love Ignite. I love all of these abilities. Rampage, Echo. One thing you probably noticed this season with the gear is there's a lot more things you can do. There's a little bit of protection. There's a little bit of defense. There's a little bit of deceit. There's a little bit of utility. Well, first of all, here's the stats on the red. H500, D650, more base than the black, D250, and APR. So you get 150 APR for having the red gear, which is different than the black, which gives you more AP. But the Soul Link ability, here's the way you play it, okay? Soul Link 10. I'm a player. Maybe I'm in a dungeon with somebody. Maybe I'm in a battle royale, or maybe I'm in a faction war. I'm the number 1 player, and Trigger is on the other team. And I play Soul Link on Trigger. It has to be on the next person. And Trigger plays any healing, smoke, potion, whatever. She plays a healing ability. When she does, I get to redirect 10% of what she heals for to the target of my choice. That could be a boss. That could be a person. Maybe you got a person that's sitting at 50%. Now, if she doesn't play any heal on her turn, I lose that. So you got to play smart, right? You got to look at, somebody might be desperate. They may have no choice but to heal, especially if they're in a dungeon. They're in a dungeon and you play it on them and they have to heal, you're getting some of that back. That could be a difference maker. But just by knowing your opponent, you can play it just in the regular scheme of things in faction wars. All right? Now, let me take you over to the Soul Drain. The Soul Drain is kind of the opposite of that. It still is targeting your next enemy. It can't be some random enemy. It's got to be the next opponent to go. Okay? But if they play a healing ability, you can now drain 10% from the target of your choice. So see kind of how the red-blue gives you a little bit of healing ability, and the black-purple gives you a little bit of the extra damage ability. So you can drain a little bit of their life force. So you catch them healing, you are stealing or dealing or something. That's what the gear does. And so far, this new Crossfire gear, whether it's Shiv, whether it's Redirect, whether it gives you some versatility, but you got to know your abilities and you got to use them. So it's not just about Echo and Rampage and those things. It's going to be a difference maker. You could drain somebody's boss. You could break somebody's seal. You could heal your own boss. So a little bit of utility. Kel, let's see who picked up tonight's Destroyer Trinkets. This is the trinket. And the sweet thing about this is it ties up a miscellaneous spot. So while Kel is posting that before we start the game, I'm going to show you guys what Destroyer looks like already. I mean, Destroyer is so good. You guys think we can't keep one-upping ourselves? Well, let me tell you what, we can. We can. We are creative. We've got the ability to put the most amazing gear out there. And, I mean, look at this. You've got, I mean, look at all the gear. This is 5. 5 pieces of gear and 3 pets already. So you just never know when a new pet's going to come out. I wanted to do a pet tonight. It wasn't quite ready to get it done. But new pets kind of, you know, they show up at random times. So next week, there's a pet I can't tell you anything about. But it's going to be a pretty good one. So, you know, we'll get to tonight's, you know, the people are going to be picking up tonight's bundle, the gear. So, here we go. We've got Gemstone, Craven, Cat, B-Dub, Valar, Crimson, Father Ron, Flyrod, Busy, Dimes, Trigger, Samurai, Dow, Bones, Dr. Di, Julia, Football, Justice, Pope, Animal, and Kel, all picking up the gear. And this is going to be the most amazing set. More pets will be in this set than any other set we've had, and you're going to have more versatility in what you can do. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm ready to get down to business, y'all, because I know these teams have been ready for this one. All right, if you are playing tonight, and if you are Craven Light, Dimes, Bones, Crimson, Dow, Sheila, Jim, or Julia, those 8 people, I want to see your pre-match buffs in there right now. That's the only 8 that I want to see typing. And while they're typing that, and while we're screenshotting it, because you can see them, we're going to get to the game in a second. How about a shout out to all of our green team, to all of our patrons, to all of our players, and to Trigger's Army, and to everybody watching the playbacks, all of our Facebook fans. What night is it, everybody? It is the night we get together and we do our battle the one night of the week. Well, we have 3 nights that we do it. It is date night, baby. I had the luxury. I actually got to talk to Ranger Chris on the phone last night, right, Trigger? Ranger Chris says to me, he says, "Kills, you need any help?" I'm not even joking. I'm on the phone with him, and he asked me if I need any help with any of the committees, the game, or any of those things. Sweetest thing, you know, for him to offer to be a part of what we're doing. And I said, nope, you know what, we got it under control right now. Just keep supporting, you know, cheering, watching, and being a part of what we do. So it is. It's date night, baby. Ranger Chris, always ready to help us out. All right, here we go, y'all. Here it is, the final map to be revealed, and all of these maps are great. This one is going to make you feel awfully cold tonight as we go into, it's going to be cold all summer long. All right, here you go. Take you down to the Arc Alps, everybody. And tonight's starting lineup, this looks like real-time video game background. It's unbelievable. So check it out. We got in the bomber position going first for Team Arc. We got the Shaman Sheila. Following Shaman Sheila, in the other bomber zone, we've got Deadly Dimes, who will be challenging tonight. Deadly Dimes will be followed by Gemstone in the tank zone. Gem is the captain, and also that S right there means she is the siege person tonight. Gem will be followed by Bones over in the rover zone. Bones going to be followed by Julia in the rover zone. Julia followed by Crimson Tide as the siege, making her debut as a tank. Jack of all trades, anybody? I mean, look at this. Mixing it up a little bit. What is Sly up to? Crimson in the tank zone. Crimson followed by Dow in the DZ. And then Craven Light in the DZ as the captain. Julia will be challenging for Team Arc. Dimes challenging. And then Craven and Jim are both captains. And you can see both teams have decided to use the tank. So the tank is in play. And with that being said, everybody, good luck. May the best team tonight win. Timers are in play, so get your moves in 20 seconds. Be ready to go. Pay close attention. And without further ado, Shaman Sheila, your timer starts right now. 20 seconds, Sheila. You know what? That was a 1-second move. Maybe the fastest move in the history of Play Dead Live. Can't get much faster than that. Boss to Main Street from the Shaman. Shaman, boss in 1 is going to cap in 3. Banish wand to Dow. All right, Dow cannot be boosted, moved, lifted, grizzed, any of those things. Sheila starting out early, getting a wand in play. And that is the Nirvana wand. Seal Smoke, E3 Elmo to Watchtower with Mass Destruction. Sheila getting that first charge of MD. Craven says it hits. Sheila, how about 10 points? And a Watchtower. That blue on the white background looks pretty solid, right? All right, Boss is good. Banish is good. Seal Smoke, Elmo, and Watchtower. Let's give her a seal. All good stuff. All right, we're going to kick it over to, and she had no problems with the timer. We know that. All right, we're going to kick it over to Deadly Dimes. Dimes, you got 20 seconds starting now. Dimes easily beats the timer as well. Dimes go head down to Fantasy Island, going to turn into a tank boss to their chest and a furnace wand, which means the rage combined by both teams cannot exceed E6. So we got 2 wands out of play. That is the fire wand. It is also the Nirvana wand. Deadly Dimes walking down here right over beside Perch. Move over, Perch. All right, Bones is going to play Cypher. That means they're going to get to see their mission before they accept it. All right, Fantasy Island is good. Boss to their chest. Boss in 1 would cap in 3. 2 legendaries in the same move. A little costly, but we know how important Fantasy Island can be. All right, so I'm going to show you these 3 items that you have to do. And it is, number 1, your team, or if you pass it, the other team, cannot play a pet repel in either round 1 or round 2. So you can't, none of your players on your team can play a pet repel until round 3. Sounds easy? It might not be. You may need a pet repel. Think about it. Second action item. Before the end of round 5, you have to have a round where 3 of your players all end up in the same zone. Only 5 zones. So can you pull off whether 3 of your players can end the round all in the same zone? And the last one is 6 or more watchtowers by the end of round number 5. Can you light 6 or more watchtowers? You got to do all 3 of these. Can you also end a round with 3 players in one zone? And can you survive 2 rounds without pet repel? And is it even worth it to do it? Dimes, you want to take it or you want to pass it to Arc? All right, they're going to pass it to Arc. Arc, there is your mission. You either try to do it and get the bonus from it, or you say it ain't worth it and we'll just give them the stealth bomber. So you got to get 6 or more watchtowers before the end of 5. End any round with 3 of your players all in the same zone. Temple is not a zone. Can be your zone, can be the enemy zone, whatever. But 3 of your players would have to end in one zone. And then none of your players would be able to use a pet repel until at least round number 3. All right? That's what's up. We'll see if they make it or if they don't. All right. That's Deadly Dimes' move. We're going to transition over to the tank gemstone. 20-second timer for you starting right now. Jim beats the timer, no problems. She's going to start out by hopping in the tank. When she hops in the tank, she's going to get a cannonball gemstone on the board, PCP point. Going to move to the bomber zone. Dark boss to their chest. And she clarified. I would have asked anyway. Going to move to their bomber zone. If you're a siege person, I will probably ask you just to clarify. Denim to the temple and mass destruction. All right, she's going to put out a flame. And we're going to get a second charge of MD. Playing Dark Boss. In 1 would cap in 3. Could be worth a extra 25 if it caps. And beats the timer. You guys are on fire tonight. You guys are coming pros at this. Craven's quick on the draw as well. All right, next timer is going to go to Bomber Bones. Bones, 20-second timer starting now. Easily beats the timer as well. Bones is going to jump into the Rover. Means the chopper is out of play for her. Bones picking up a tire from the Rover. 25 points and adding to her PCP DZ total, or PCP total, sorry. She's going to go to the temple steps. Slush wand to Jim means her captain value, her rage is going to be cut in half from her tank. That does take the ice wands off the board. We got 3 wands already out of play. Those cannot be played. Those colors cannot be played the rest of the game. Mythic Kang over to the boss. Bones playing Mythic Kang. Could be worth 63 if we cap it. Charge of Mass Destruction. Dropping a seal. Playing an Absorption. And putting out a Temple Flame. Rover's good. Movement's good. Slush Wand. Mythic Kang. Seal. Absorption. Cadet and Mass Destruction. And did it all under the radar, under the timer. All right, well, let's see if we can stay hot here. Julia, 20-second timer for you, starting right now. Julia easily beats the timer as well. Scold to Crimson, jumping into Rover, moving to the Temple. And that is a 25-point double line penalty, Julia. Because you did initially say the steps. You did do the correction. I do give you the correction for the Temple. But it is a double line. It is a minus 25. Julia also gets the tire. Scold to Crimson does hit. All right, when Scold hits, Julia gets a Watchtower. Second flame is lit up. Breaks Crimson's absorption from her gear. Gives Julia an absorption. And E1 Rage Lithium to the Watchtower with Mass Destruction. +3 on Mass Destruction. And Julia lighting up Watchtower number 3. Already Arc with 1 set of Watchtowers. Only 6 more that they can get the entire game. Let's reset their Watchtowers. 3-0. Early points, early Watchtowers. All right, again, Scold to Crimson hits. She gets in the Rover. Initially said move to the Temple steps. There is a difference between the two. That's why I had to charge her for the double line. She plays a seal, so she does get the smoke. Then she plays the regular Rage and lights up the Lithium to the Watchtower with the charge of Mass Destruction, and it does indeed hit. And she did all that within the timer. All right, Crimson Tide, 20-second timer for you, starting right now. Timer is up. Let's see if she beat it. Did not beat the timer. She is going to get in the tank and grabbing a cannonball. First cannonball for Team SLY. Crimson on the cannonball board. Going to move to their DZ, drop a seal. Over here in Dow's neighborhood. Inferno Strawman hits. Going to light the first Strawman. Remember, she was hit by Scold, so she does not have her gear absorption, so she is at 90% health because her seal is not kicked in yet. All right, final move for Arc in round 1. Dow, 20-second timer starting now. One second, pretty quick there, Dow. Kind of knew what he was doing, I think. Seal smoke himself. You can. E1 Elmo to the wall. Mass destruction. Mythic Kang to Main Street. All right, let's put that Mythic Kang down there. Dow playing Mythic Kang could be worth 63. E1, he's going to light Watchtower number 4. $10-point Elmo. All right, seal is good. Elmo is good. Mass destruction and Mythic Kang. And last but not least, let's take it over to Craven Light. 20-second timer, Craven. From the DZ. Beats the timer. About a 3-second move there. Scold to Jim. Seal absorption. Inferno to Strawman. It hits. Scold will hit Jim. It'll break her gear absorption. Carryover damage is going to give him a double seal. He actually has, or a double absorption. He actually has a triple absorption right now. He's got his gear. He's got the absorption potion. And the Scold just hit Jim. Jim had the gear absorption. And when that carryover damage hits, it lights Watchtower number 1. Gives Craven a temporary third. He lights the Strawman. And that Strawman is going to get rid of his gear absorption. And he's still got 2 left. All right. I'm going to give the seal to Karen. Craven Light. Would you... I missed the seal. Craven, would you like to redirect the Scold? She is sealed. So I will let you play a different pet if you want. Scold will not damage through the seal. Okay? So Craven, because I didn't put the seal up there, if you want to play a different pet, I'll let you backtrack and play a completely different pet if you'd like. Going to blaze a Strawman. All right, so we're going to leave that seal up there. And we're going to light Strawman number 3 and remove the Watchtower. Gemstone. Craven is playing Blaze and Inferno. Does the Inferno still hit? All right, so we're where we need to be. No Scold. Jim still has her seal. Craven does not have the extra absorption. So if you guys are watching in, I did not put the seal up there. So Craven redirected, got to 3 straw men. And that is the end of round number 1. So at the end of round number 1, Bones is going to rotate into the temple. Got a blessing for Arc. We got a blessing for Sly. Halos, Craven Light. 1 halo. Crimson still getting halos, even though she's in the tank zone. Dow with a halo. DZ points. Sly 25, Arc 0. They neutralized and took over. Strawman, Sly 15, Arc 0. Rovers were established as Jules and Bones. Each getting the temple in round 1. In Siege, we got Jim going over to the opposing bomber. Let's dim that Jim. Nice. Even rhymes, Jim. Dim that Jim. Crimson dimming the DZ. All right, so we had a pretty good round there. We had some watchtowers. We got some bosses out. We got some halos. DZ points, temple points, you name it. We kind of did it. Let's go to round number 2. Round number 2, Sheila, 20-second timer. She beats the timer. Sheila's going to go Serpentine to Crimson. Crimson, that is going to slow your movement in half for 2 turns. Might not be able to get to where you want to go. You might lose a smoke or a spark or something, but it's going to slow your movement. She's also going to play Gold Kang on her own boss. Could be worth 55 for Sheila. We know how important Kangs can be. Arc Spark, S8 Snowstorm to the wall. Craven and Crimson say, we're not having that Snowstorm. They're going to play blue. And it is a Mythic Dark Blue. That is going to nerf your next grenade attack by 25%. If it can be nerfed. I'm going to put this right here just so you guys know the next grenade attack for Arc is going to deal a little less damage. Serpentine on Crimson to slow her down. Gold Kang to her boss. Arc Spark, S8. Big shot from Sheila. They're shutting it down with the Mythic Dark Blue. And that Mythic damage is going to break Sheila's seal. All right, and she did beat the timer easily. Speaking of beating the timers, let's go down to Fantasy Island and check in on Deadly Dimes. 20-second timer, Dimes. Timer's up. Let's see if she beat it. Did not beat the timer, Dimes. She's thinking. Mythic Kang to boss. Seal Inferno to Strawman with the charge of mass destruction. Mythic Kang over there could be worth 63. A Seal and an Inferno to the Strawman. Light and Strawman number 4, Jim. Let me know if it hits. Does hit. And let's light it up. Both choppers out of play. And Dimes, you are taking 10%. Got Dimes down to 90%, Crimson at 90%. I think everybody else looking like they're at 100 still. All right, let's start the timer. Gemstone, 20 seconds starting now. She does beat the timer with 6 seconds to spare. She's going to move to the enemy DZ. Bomber, down to the DZ, movement penalty. Quarter of a turn. We'll see what she did. Gold Kang to her boss is good. Could be worth 55. Gonna max spark Crimson. Is good. No smokes. So she's fine. She's within the allotment just for movement. Crimson is now slowed to a quarter of her ability. Cut in half and cut in half again. That's substantial. Now you only get one or the other. An attack or a boss. No potion, no additional stuff. You could put a potion on the attack, but no smokes, no sparks unless you're moving faster. So a double slowdown there. E3 Elmo. To the Watchtower. It's going to light Watchtower number 5. All right, Jim, moving to the DZ. Gold Kang is good. Max Spark on Crimson to slow her even further. E3 Elmo for points to the Watchtower. And also going to put a hinder on Amy as an ability, giving Bones a -1. Bones, 20-second timer starting now. And the grenade nerf is out of play. Bones beats the timer easily, about 10 seconds to spare. Bones going to move to her own DZ. Got quite a few people in that DZ right now. Going to Talon Crimson to the temple. All right, Crimson is going to lose her tank, but she is in the temple. Is still slowed to a quarter of her speed. So even though she moved, nothing's going to make her movement faster. Going to hinder Jim, give Jim a -1. Going to put Torment Smoke on Julia. And going to hit Strawman number 5. Light it up. And it is going to break Bones' absorption. Moves to the DZ. Talons Crimson to the temple. Drops Torment Smoke on Julia. Lights a Strawman and hinders Jim to nerf her to a -1. And all within the timer. All right, Julia, you got a 20-second timer starting now. Julia Crimson, Dow, and Craven. Julia beats a timer. 9 seconds to spare. She's going to move to the rover zone. Send some dragon smoke to relight Dow's Dragonstone. Summon Gold Tupac. Denim to a straw man and put another hinder on Bones. They are nerfing Bones already. -2 Bones. Rover Zone is good. Pet is good. Dragon Smoke is good. Denim and a hinder. Denim's going to put out Strawman number 5, gets him down to 4. All within the timer. Crimson from the Temple. Crimson, 20-second timer from the Temple. You are 1/4 of your normal speed. All right, and that is enough. So she is going to go E3 Dark 9 to the Mythic Kang on Main Street. So attacking the Mythic Kang on Main Street, there's 3 of them out there. That would be Dow's. Jim says, wait. Mythic what? Mythic Tanner. Okay. All right, playing the first Tanner. Put that out there. And that Mythic Tanner is going to break Crimson's Seal. She takes no damage from it. Now, the Max Spark will be off of her, but the Serpentine will still be there for her next turn, so she'll still be slowed in her next turn. So pretty straight up shot trying to obliterate that Kang. All right, let's go from Crimson over to Dow. Dow, 20-second timer starting now. Crimson did beat the timer, by the way. One second. Timer's up. Let's see if Dow beat it. He did. Got it in with that second to spare, Dow. E2 to Watchtower. Orcus, Strawman, and another hinder on Bones. Dang, Bones. -3, you must be deadly. All right, that is Strawman number 6. We're going to reset the Strawman. They can only hit 3 more. But they now have 2 complete rows of Strawman. Elmo, 10-point Elmo. All right, Hinder, Elmo, and Orcus to put out Strawman number 4. All right, we are going to go. The end of round number 2. Captains. Oh, sorry. We're not at the end of round number 2. Craven Light, your move, 20-second timer. Starting now, Craven. I am not used to Craven going last. Craven beats the timer easily. Craven Light beats the timer. Got a couple things here to think about. Going to activate Cosmic Guard, Roxy for a straw man, Dune to spread a flame, Dragon Smoke, and an Inferno. All right, double pets are going to get through. So that's going to be straw man number 4, straw man number 5 with the 2 pets. He wants to do the Inferno to light number 6. And then the Dragon Smoke will undim their Bomber Stone. Sheila tank number 1 is going to prevent the Inferno, because that's all she can prevent. All right, so Craven not getting the Inferno. Can't play a Mythic Blue from Dow if you've already played a Tank Page Prevention from Sheila. So delete the Mythic Blue because the first one you typed was a Tank Prevention. All right, so you're going to prevent the Dune. So the Dune splashes and spreads a flame, so it's not preventable because it's a spread effect. So it'd have to go to the Roxy. You can prevent the Roxy. Yep, that's fine. The Roxy can be prevented. The Dune can't be prevented. All right, so Craven, mark that down. They're going to use 2 of them, a Prevention and a Mythic Blue. All right, so Craven, you got the Inferno never hits, so you don't lose your absorption from the Inferno, the Mythic Blue does hit, and that is going to get your absorption for 20 and also break your seal. Does that go through? He's going to use his absorption ability. So that means he only loses his absorption because he's absorbing some of it. He still has his seal, and at the end of the round, Bones is going to use the elevation wand so he does not lose his smoke, his seal smoke. So the air wand is now out of play. All right, captains, give me your subs. At the end of round number 3, Dow loses his seal for elevation. Crimson Tide gets a blessing, none for Arc. Gemstone dims their DZ Dragonstone. DZ looks like it is now $25-25, 0 for SLY, 25 for Arc. Strawman, we got 4 Strawman. $25 points for SLY, 0 for Arc. And Halos, let's give Craven a second Halo. Jim and Bones getting Halos. Crimson already has one, and Dow getting a second Halo. All right, Dimes. Heading over to the sideline. Ocean Man's going to come in and go to the bomber zone. Pope coming in for Sheila. Good job to Dimes. Good job for Shaman. Ray's going to come in at 90% because of the suffocation. Remember, we lowered it this season. Sheila's coming in at 90%. I'm sorry, Pope's coming in at 90%. Let's get a... All right, we got both buffs. Real quick mission update. Arc accomplished number 1. They did not play any pet repels. They accomplished number 3. They lit up 6 or more watchtowers before the end of the round. So the last section of that would be, if they're going to complete the mission, they have 3 rounds to have a round end with 3 people all in the same zone. All right, so that's where we're at. Let's go to round number 3. And in round number 3, Pope, I will cap your bosses. You got a 20-second timer to get in your move. Don't worry about telling me it caps. Pope, Ocean Man, Jim, Bones, Julia, Crimson, Dow, and Craven. Timer's up. He did beat it. All right. We're going to cap the first boss. First things first. And that is going to be for Arc. A 63, a 55, and a 55, and a flag. 2 55s and a 63. One flag to 0. Pope is going to play a boss. Playing a boss in 3 would cap in 5. And he's going to play Cyborg Slim. Team SLY. You cannot play Dust, Torment, Vile, or Mirror Smoke this round. In addition, all your heals are 50% effective this round. None of those lingering smokes, and your heals are 50% affected. All right, let's move Pope to the temple. Got his boss out. We capped the previous boss. Going to Gold Spark Ray. Going to play Absorption. Snowstorm loaded, and Ray said, I ain't having it. All right, shutting it down with the prevention. Slim is good. No lingering smokes this round. And I named the ones that are the most common. Boss to Main Street, move to Temple, dropping a seal. Absorption, Ray shutting down the Snowstorm. All good stuff, everybody. Good battle between both teams. All right, Ocean Man, you're up. Let's put you on the clock for 20 seconds. His boss is going to cap. And there's going to be 2 63-point Kangs for Team SLY. That's going to be a nice 126. Easily beats the timer. Ray going to play boss to their chest after his caps. Flags are 1-1. Going to seal in blue spark so you can get back to standard size. Inferno to Strawman with Mass Destruction. I got Mass Destruction at 3-3. And that is Strawman number 5. Boss, seal, blue spark, plays his legendary collar, Inferno, and Mass Destruction, and he beat the timer easily. All right, let's go over to Gemstone. 20-second timer, Jim. Timer is up. Let's see if she beats it. She does. Jim staying sharp tonight. Quick on the draw, Jim. And getting that first pet repel in there. She's like, I can play it now. They had to stall it for 2 rounds. Pet repel. Going to move to their tank zone. I'll give you your seal right back, Bones. I grabbed an extra seal there. Orcus to Strawman and Denim. Craven, they're bringing the Strawman prevention. Orcus going to put out 1. Denim's going to put out 1. Repel, movement, Orcus, Denim, all within the allotted time zone. And let's kick it over to Bomber Bones. 20 seconds, Bones. Come on, Craven. You gotta give me that before hits. All right. I'm gonna back it up. You can save me a little time there. All right, so before Bones is moved, Jim, all you get is one pet move. So you can play that pet, or you can play a different pet. But no pet repel, no movement, you can play whatever pet you want. When they do the dolly pet, the only thing you can do, only thing you can do is a pet play. But because time reverses, you can play any pet you want. All right, so we've got Jim is going to play Red Spectral to the straw man. So her grenade never hits. So we're 5. No movement to the tank zone. No repel. No denim. No Orcus, but instead she plays Red Spectral and puts out one of them still, so now there's 4 lit. All right, so that's what Dolly did. Rewound it. All right, Bones, you got a 20-second timer starting now. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. She goes to the tank zone. Going to be her tank zone. Taking a fire with her. And I'll cap Jim's boss in a second. Scold to Dow, Inferno to Strawman, and Haunt Dow for damage. All right, so Dow, we're going to lower your damage. 20%. Scold hits. Dow taking that damage, so his health is high. Scold taking him down to 92%. Going to light that watchtower. We thought it lit earlier, but the move changed. Inferno to Strawman. It's going to be Strawman number 5. That Inferno is going to break Bones' seal. Movement, Scold, Haunt, Inferno. All right, so we're going to pause for a second because Jim's Dark Boss capped. That's second flag for Arc. And 25-point bonus for it capping. Current boss is out. Looks like we have Pope and we have Ocean Man are the two that are in play. All right, let's go from Bones over to Julia. 20-second timer. Julia starting now. And you are no longer tormented. Torment was last round. Julia beats the timer. She's going to move to the DZ. Just missed Tupac. Going to send a boss over to their chest. Julia boss in 3, Woodcap in 5. Pet Repel. Another absorption. Denim, Honk, Craven. Julia, target for the Denim. Going to the Straw Man, which is going to get rid of number 5. Back to 4. All right, move to DZ. Get rid of Tupac, play a boss. Pet Repel, Absorption. Denim and Honked. Both Dow and Craven nerfed a little bit. All right, we're going to kick it over to Crimson from the Temple. Still slowed. 20-second timer. Easily can get those 2 moves in. Blaze Strawman. Dropping a Seal. And Inferno. She crushes the timer. Gemstone, do they hit? They both hit. Crimson Light number 5. The Inferno Light number 6. Before her seal resolves, take Crimson down to 80%. All right, let's go from Crimson. Over to Dow. 20-second timer, Dow. Beats the timer. Arc still perfect on the timers. Talon Pope to the DZ. Max Seal. E3 Elmo to the Watchtower. All right, Talon is good. Max Seal's good. E3 Elmo to the Watchtower is going to light Watchtower number 7. And Julia, that is a successful challenge. I'm going to charge SLY 5 points. Crimson, I will let you play a different type of seal if you'd like, but you did play a regular seal in round number 1. She's going to play a healing seal, and that'll also bring her back to 90%. Healing seal is good. Talon, DZ, Max Seal, E3 Elmo to the Watchtower. Points for the Elmo and Watchtower number 7. Craven Light, final move of round 3. You're on the clock. 20-second timer starts now. Timer's up. Let's see if he beat it. Barely beat the timer with 1 second to go. Craven is going to DZ portal over to the other side. Going to red Paul, Dow. Going to drop a pet repel. And gas blast Dow. Red Paul will double strike, would break his seal. Then free him up, and then the gas blast would launch him. They're going to Mythic Blue it. All right, so we're going to break Dow's seal regardless. And then the Mythic Blue. From Pope. Or Alex, sorry. Yeah, it is Pope, sorry. That's the second Mythic Blue. Dow's played one, and now Pope has played one. And that is going to break Craven's seal. And that is the end of the round, and that's pretty clever. I didn't know somebody would do this, but Ark got their whole team in a DZ, and 3 of their players all ended up in the same zone. Craven tried to stop it, but a little too late there at the end, and Ark has achieved the mission bonus. No pet repels for 2 rounds. They lit the watchtowers a couple rounds earlier. At the end of round number 3, they ended a round with 3 of their players in a zone. Yes, she does. Yep. All right, so let's get the mission bonus. 50 points. Torch number 6, and they are correct. That is given at the time it's lit up. It doesn't have to be the end of the round. So as soon as it's lit up, I should have given that to her automatically. And that's a 50-point PCP bonus for Crimson. So 50 for Ark for achieving the mission, and 50 for Crimson for lighting Torch 6. And it doesn't have to be at the end of the round. As soon as it's lit, you get it. All right, so we got a few things to calculate here. So 1 second, because that does end the round. At the end of the round, we've got SLY getting a 3rd blessing. We've got Arc, 25 points. DZ, SLY 0. SLY getting 100 points for the straw man. Arc 0. Nice 100-point round. Jim, no movement. Halos. Jim managed to get a second halo. Didn't even try. Just happened. Craven with a third halo. Dow with a third halo. Julian Pope with halos. All right, I think we are caught up. And that will unlock the stealth bomber in the final round. Both teams will get turrets because both teams have a cannonball and a tire. So that will unlock. And we'll see if Dragonstorm plays out. All right, round number 4, final round in the first half. We're start out with Pope, 20-second timer, Pope, starting now. Beats the timer easily. Going to play Mythic Kang to his own boss. Going to put some Torment on Amy. T10 Rapture loaded with Ignite. I think that is the first Terror 10 potion in the history of Play Dead Live. Now, I don't think it's going to hit, but you are welcome to throw it. T10 Rapture to the wall with Ignite Craven Light. Gold blue from Bones. Second blue of the game for both teams. Each team with 1 remaining. And Pope, that is going to break your absorption. And I do have to move you. Mythic Kang is good. And because you didn't choose a spot to move, I have to move you close enough to hit the wall. Kang, Torment, other stuff, all good. Does beat the timer. Let's kick it over to Ocean Man. 20-second timer starting right now, Ray. Timer's up. Barely beat the timer as it was changing. Red Kang to his boss. Could be worth 50. Pet Repel. S8 Red's Revenge. We finally got some wall damage. Thank you. Red Kang, Pet Repel, S8 Red's Revenge loaded to the wall. It's not specialty, but damage is damage. Ocean Man getting them on the board with a black block, and they have 3 charges of mass destruction. Green block. 10% of a green block, 90 green remaining for Team SLY. He's like, I'm not nerfed. All right, Ocean Man. Let's kick it over to Gemstone. Jim, 20-second timer starting now. Timer's up. Let's see if she beats it. She does. Jim can play her pet repel now. She's like, you took it from me last round. I got it this round. Jim's still getting the enrage from the tank. Moving to the tank zone. That is a E4 denim, Jim. Repel, move to tank zone, Orcus and denim. Like, I don't need it. I got to put out some straw man. I don't disagree. 2 of them down. They're trying to melt the ice in the Arc Alps. SLY setting stuff on fire. All right. Tormented Bomber Bones. 20 seconds, Bones. Starting now. Timer is up. Bones getting back on track, beating the timer again. Gonna drive on over to the rover zone. In her rover. Gonna play Shifting Winds. And she can play Shifting Winds because the Air Wand does not count against your wand plays. The Elevation Wand, sorry. So, Jim, she's stealing your pet repel. Just hijacked it. Now Air Wands are officially out of play. Going to light a straw man. Going to drop a seal. Dang, Bones, you're doing all kind of stuff here. I mean, you're hindered and tormented. I guess you don't have any choice. Drive to the rover zone. Shifting Winds. Ace is Roxy. Drop a seal. Inferno. So you got Roxy to light 1 and Inferno to light 1. Jim says wait, so they're going to do something about it. No, I think this battleground doesn't get boring. Like, there's always something to do. Whether it's the right thing to do, I don't know. But there's always something to do. All right, they're going to prevent the Inferno. So Bones are going to let you light 1 of them, which would be number 5. And stop the grenade. And you're no longer going to be tormented. Well, it'll be halftime anyway by the time you go again. All right, let's go from Bones over to Julia. 20-second timer. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. Oh, Ark's perfect streak. You had it. That's the longest anybody's ever went. And she didn't get the move in under the radar. Gonna move to the tank zone. Mythic Kang to her boss. Could be worth 63. Torment to Craven. F4 Rapture loaded to the wall. All right, Craven going to use the first sonar in the history of the game. So when he uses sonar, here's what happens. The grenade does hit. He's confirming it hits. So this shark basically is going to sonar and nerf the damage. So he still has one remaining. And because it is a gold sonar, 20% nerf to that attack. So it'd be equivalent to about an E3 Carnage from damage. And then he's going to play Insomnia as an instant. So he's going to back that rage out. So Insomnia to back the rage out. And Craven still got the mass destruction, but none of the rage. He nerfs it all the way down to a black block. Even with the extra mass destruction, one black block. They get a teardrop, but that pretty much shut it down. That's the way the shutdown plays. Never know what saving a couple blocks will do by the end of the game. Julia playing Chromica to get 10. Might be a trivia question one day. Who played the first sonar? All right, let's kick it over to Crimson Tide. 20-second timer, Crimson. Easily beats the timer. That's pretty fast. Mythic Kang to Ocean Man's boss. 63 if it caps. A little bit of dragon smoke. Relight that. And Inferno to Strawman. Does it hit? Does hit. All right, it's going to be straw man number 6. A little more heat. A little bit of back and forth here. Mythic Kang is good. Dragon Smoke. And Inferno to straw man. All within the timer. We got 2 more moves till halftime. Dow, 20-second timer for you starting now. Does not beat the timer. We're going Nitro to Craven. E4 Elmo to the Watchtower. Hits. All right, Nitro is going to get rid of Craven's Pet Repel. Going to give Dal a seal. Going to light Watchtower number 8. Only 1 more Watchtower can be hit for Team Arc. Elmo's going to give him another 10. I can hear Moon already. Hey. Y'all got a lot of Goliaths. Y'all got a lot of Elmos. Inventory team will be checking up on y'all. All right. A lot of Elmos. Hey, look at that. He's here. You better believe it. Got my inventory team on the lookout. Watching y'all. Like Elmo City tonight. All right, so we got Dow's move, not in the timer. E4, Watchtower Nitro to Craven. Craven, final move of the first half. Bring us home, 20-second timer. Go DZ portal over to the other side. Fallacy to build a straw man. And then an Inferno to light it up. Does beat the timer easily. Jim says, wait. So I can't stop you from building it. But Dow's going to prevent them from getting the points for it. Like 100 is enough. But SLY back-to-back rounds. 100 points on the straw man. Huge. All right. Give me your substitutes for round number 5, everybody, and I'll get you set up. So starting out with the DZ. DZ looks like it's going to be 25-25. Crimson in the Temple. Nobody. From Arc. Two different styles, two different ways of doing things. It's fun. Fun stuff. Tanks and rovers are out of play. Dow losing his seal. Halo, let's give Craven 4. Let's give Dow 4. We'll cap some bosses this round, of course. All right, let's get the lineup set up. Great job, Ocean Man. Very well played, my man. Football for Ocean Man, Animal in the O-Zone. Our Animal coming there. Both teams did light their sentry guns or turrets. Sentry gun on top of the turrets. So both are active. Animal in the O-Zone. Put football up here. Crimson going back to the tank zone. And the players that have one halo, I am going to just remove those because you are not in the running. Jim has 2, so I'll leave those just in case. But right now, it's kind of a 2-man show. Villar coming in for Pope. All right, here's the way the lineup works out. We've got Villar, then Football, then Jim, then Bones, then Julia, then Crimson, then Dow, then Craven, then Busy, and then Animal. Busy and Animal are both in the O-Zone. So we got all 5 people in their selective zones. Got a 7th straw man on the board. We'll cap some bosses. Got points happening different ways. The turrets will be open this round. Next round, both teams could get Dragon Storm. Well, they actually will. Both teams will get Dragon Storm because none of the gems can be dimmed this round. They could be destroyed if they were dimmed, but since none of them are dimmed, they can't be destroyed. So nobody needs to play any Dragon Smoke because everything is lit and cannot be dimmed. So next round, we will get Dragon Storm, and then in the final round, we'll have a Stealth Bomber unlock. All right, here we go. We got 3 rounds, everybody. We're making great time. We're having a lot of fun. Captains are fast. Players are playing well. You guys are crushing it. There's a path to victory for both teams. Villar, I'm going to let you keep that up there. Your timer starts now. You're fine. She's like, she thought I was going to set the timer. But next time, wait till you see the timer, Villar. Jeez. Getting a little crazy there. Move to the temple. Boston Main Street. All right, so we are going to cap the bosses on Main Street. That was Pope's. And we're also going to cap this 63-point Kang. That is flag number 3. 3 flags to 1. Gonna steal football's boss. Sorry, football, no boss for you, buddy. Flourish wand is going to be the earth wand. And I'm going to drop a free absorption right there for Team Arc if they want to run over and pick it up in their travels. Let's get the earth wand off the board. Absorption and torment. Max Spark to football. Man, what did football do? Dude just came in the game. And Villar and football are both at 90% because of suffocation. And Spruce to Strawman is going to unlight Strawman number 6. All right, a lot of stuff here, so let me give you the recap. She moves is good. Boss is good. Steals the boss is good. Plays her wand. Plays a potion. Plays a smoke. Spark. Spruce. All good because no movement penalty. All right, I will cap raise boss football, so go ahead and give me your move, and your timer starts right now. Timer is up. Let's see if he beat it. Did not beat the timer. Come on, football, you're coming into the game just to start out. You got one job. Well, he's got multiple jobs. Going to Talon Crimson to the Temple. Like, I may be late, but I got my move in. I got the Talon. Going to play Heal and Seal. Smart. Get that health back. Inferno Strawman, and let's get that 4th charge of Mass Destruction. They're going to light Strawman number 6. See if it hits. It does hit. All right. Strawman number 6 lit back up. You don't get multiple torches because you already lit it. But it does look cool to have 6 of them lit, doesn't it? Talon is good. Heal and Seal is good. Mass Destruction and Inferno. All right, let's go from football over to Gemstone. 20-second timer. Her timer is up. See if she beat it. Did not beat the timer. Round 5 strikes again, everybody. Moving to their rover zone. Like, slide over, Amy. I'm coming to town. Going to play Absorption. Stasis to Crimson. Vines to Crimson. Denim to a straw man. Craven Light. Does it hit? You guys might need to refresh. All right, does hit. Craven, make sure you refresh. You might be lagging a little bit. All right, Vines to Crimson. Gonna break her seal. Take her to 90%. Gonna give her stasis. Gonna put out Strawman number 6. Movement's good, absorption's good, stasis is good. Vines and a grenade. All good. All right, let's go Bomber Bones into Rover Zone. 20 seconds, Bones, starting now. Beats the timer. Well done. Thank you for that. She's going to move over to her Bomber Zone over there with football. Going to go balls to their chest. And that is a 63 and a 50 that capped on Ray's turn. And that is SLY's second flag that capped. Bones playing Boston 5 would cap in 7. Three flags to 2. All right, moves to Bomber Zone. Boss is good. Put a little dust on Villar. S6 Elmo to the wall. $10 points, and let's get some wall damage in the house now. Bones is -3 hinder. He's trying to add that ignite and make it a little stronger. You do have some mass destruction, but the S3 hinder taking you down to an S3 ignite with mass destruction. Still not a bad attack. We're getting down in the blue zone finally. How about that 90% green is finally off the board. And a blue block. Bones still getting it done, even with the hinder. 2 blue blocks remaining. Hey, you got to make it work when you can. All right, let's go from Bomber Bones. And Julia will cap this turn. Julia, I'll take care of your cap. You can go and get whatever move you want to get in. 20-second timer starting now. She beats the timer with about 12 seconds to spare. All right, start of her turn. I've got 63-point Kang for Arc. Five Kangs so far. And a flag. It's going to be flag number 4. Both teams handle their business in different ways. Sabin to Craven. She's going to move to the bomber zone. Max Seal to Busy Bee. Denim to Strawman. All hits. Going to take him down to Strawman number 4. All right, Sabin, move to the bomber zone. Max Seal and a Denim. All right, so Craven, when Sabin hits, that gives Julia a 10% bonus to her scoring attacks. Pretty smart move. The only second time I think we've seen this played. So now, it is a cheaper flag, so it's not as much as it used to be, but she did get from the Sabin 10% of that flag, which is 15 points, and then 10% of that Kang, which is 63. So Julia able to get 21 bonus points with the Sabin hit and also deal damage to Craven at the same time. The Sabin plus 21 points. And then Craven taking the damage. Kind of a 2-for-1 special. It's not bad. Sabin's going to take Craven, though, down to 92%. All right, let's go from Julia to the Temple and Crimson Tide and her Stasis. Timer's up. She beat the timer. Going to put Perch on Busy. I love it. With a Max Seal. Inferno to Strawman. And look at Perch. Oh, Busy. First person to ever be occupied by Perch. Perch does stack. So if you're wondering what Perch does, it gives Busy a minus E1 modifier. So she's losing that rage. And if she kills it, it's going to damage her. And it's passive. Perch can be played to a person or on his own. And it just looks kind of cool to have it up on your shoulder, right? I guess it doesn't help when you have the mute button and you're talking, does it? All right. Sorry. All right, 1 second. All right, now I lost my place because I was talking. I gave Crimson her seal. I got the perch. Did I give Crimson her Inferno or not? I can't remember if I took it or removed it yet. So you guys help me out. Is it 4 or 5? All right, sorry about that. All right, there's straw man number 5, Crimson. Okay, and then it's going to break her seal, and then her seal will reseal. All right, so perch, max seal, Inferno, and we're good. All right. See, you start talking while you have the mute button. Not a good thing. All right, let's go from Crimson over to Dow. 20-second timer, Dow. We got Dow, Craven, Busy, and Animal. Timer's up. He beat the timer, and I've got a refresh going on. There we go. My screen's back. Boss to Main Street. He's trying to get a boss and Dune. Like, dude. Okay. Villar has a boss on Main Street, which was played in 5 with cap in 7. So this is a comedy of what you don't want to do. Okay? Dow said boss to Main Street and then tried to play a second pet. And then an aqua. Craven immediately said hits because he realized he played the boss to Main Street. Then Dow said no dune. And then Dow tried to clarify to say their chest. So the initial move was boss to Main Street. So that has to play. So even though it most certainly is a mistake, it's a mistake that's got to go. So Villar and Dow are both on Main Street. Craven doing quick captaining by saying it hits. Now, it does get rid of one of the aquas. All right, so boss to Main Street is the play. Aqua to Strawman is the play. And did beat the timer. And that's how, as a captain, you got to be quick. And Craven was quick. All right, let's go to Craven. You got a 20-second timer starting now. Craven beat the timer. Gonna steal Jim's Dominari. That's fun. Not fun if you're Jim, but it's fun for Craven. You know he wants to do that. Red stasis to Busy. Busy got a perch and a stasis. Heal and seal. To himself. Inferno to Strawman. Gemstone. All right, going to light Strawman number 5. Dominari's gone. Stasis is out. Heal and seal. And Inferno. All good. All right, Busy. You got a lot of stuff on you. 20-second timer. She beats it. Turret. She's going to climb into turret. With stasis. With Parch. Mythic Xavier as a rage bank. S8 Goliath loaded to the wall with mass destruction. Animal's going to evoke it. So not preventing it to let her build up with Xavier, but he does cut it in half. Still some good damage, Busy. S8 Goliath, 1 charge of evoke. S4 cuts it in half. Busy. Getting a turret bonus. Xavier is a yes. Because Xavier is a rage bank. So yes, it is passive and can be played in addition to, because not an attack pet. Yep. It's just going to give you extra rage. If it stops, you can bank it. All right, Valar's going to go in Talio. All right. Busy plays the S8 with the Mass Destruction. Animal evokes it. Then Valar pumps it up. But because it's not stopped, Xavier's not giving her that extra boost as the Rage Bank. But she does get the turret bonus. S8 Carnage style Busy Bee. Still nice juice on that from the turret. Couple of blue block or couple of green blocks for Busy Bee, even with the nerf. Perch is -1. Intalio adds to the bonus. So S4, 5, 6, 7. And Mass Destruction. Puts it a little over an S8 after the Mass Destruction. All right, we go from Busy Bee over to the Animal. 20-second timer, Joe. All right, Joe beating the timer. Joe's going to jump into turret gun. All right. We had this is the second time this has happened. You don't get a free straw man. Okay? So Joe gets the Torment. He gets the Nolan. And he's lighting the straw man with free ammo. So there is no S8 Elmo. You have either or. So Joe chose to light the straw man. He gets a free straw man, but no grenade attack. All right, so let me explain this again. Jim. Exactly. He's not throwing the grenade. He's lighting the straw man. But it's, does the straw man hit? It's basically like no ammo. He's free. He's not using anything. It's on the house. Gets in the turret. I'm going to shoot a shot to light a straw man. It hits. So Animal is lighting straw man number 6 with the shot from the turret. If you don't want to do that, you can use your own grenade and get a separate attack, but you can't get 2 attacks. He also does drop the Mythic Nolan. All right. Gets in the turret, good. Fires to light the straw man, good. They don't stop it. Plays a pet, good. Plays a torment on Jim, good. We'll get it figured out. All right, that is Animals move, and it was in time. And that is the end of round number 5, and it is going to be time for some Dragon Storm, which means damage is going to wrap up, but ratchet up. Both teams qualify for Dragon Storm this round. All right. And I'll get to that in 1 second, Villar. We're going to finish the round. Because that has to be done on your turn. That is your legendary. Okay? So it's not a separate move. So when I do the timer, that'll be included in your move because it is a legendary. Craven Light with a halo. Dow with a halo. Villar with a blessing. Crimson with a blessing. Strawman. SLY with another 100 points. Arc 0. Rover. Rovers have been placed. Temple, Strawman, DZ points 25-25. All right, we'll get ready to start in 1 second. But, oh yeah, there it is. Dragon Storm, here it is. We got it. Everybody in Dragon Storm tonight, the effect is you do. You have 5 on my scorecard. Bones, Crimson times 4. But my Dragon's doing his thing right now. Because it's Dragon Storm. All right, Dragon Storm's random effect tonight. It is going to be a E2 damage effect. E2 damage effect for the Dragon Storm. So all of your attacks are going to hit harder. We got one more round of 5 players. Be smart. And Valar, you're on the clock. 20-second timer. Timer's up. All right, Mythic Kang to her boss. Dust to the animal. Gold spark to animal. Man, Joe. Gonna haunt animal for damage. And gonna play the legendary shrine. And that is gonna make the temple chamber disappear, Crimson. Which kind of kicks you out of it, and you cannot re-enter that chamber. This turn. And Valar did beat the timer. So that chamber is blocked off. So that chamber cannot be re-entered this turn. All right, let's go over to football. 20-second timer. All right, football. I'm not tormented anymore. Going to keep Julia from using a Euclid. Mythic Kang Bones Boss. Cannot go to the temple because she... First of all, you can't go to the temple anyway. Because the chamber's closed off. But you wouldn't have been able to do it either way because she already logged in wait. So, Julia can't use her Euclid. Mythic Kang. Super Thrill, Blue Spark, T10 Goliath loaded to the wall. And going to put a hinder on Busy. And Craven, they're going to Judas that big shot over to their wall. Craven says wait. All right, football is going to intervene. So we get the big attack, we get the Judas, and then we get the intervene just to shut it down. All good, all good. A lot of extras there. All right, let's go from football over to gemstone. 20-second timer. Timer's up. Let's see if she beats the timer. Did not beat the timer. She's going to move to the ozone up there with Joe. Gold Gideon. What is F4WT and Shatter? Is that a specialty grenade? Elmo. Okay. Craven, it's a F4 Elmo to the watchtower. Still hits. Elmo, 10 points. She's going to light the watchtower, which is watchtower number 9. Gemstone closing out the watchtower. And getting the 9 award. And a bonus 100 points for clearing the watchtower. Nicely done. Arc cannot hit the watchtower. SLY can still hit the watchtower. They just can't get the bonus for clearing them all. Moves to the ozone. Gold Gideon. Minus 24 to SLY. Actually, I think she's the second. I think Pope got it last week in their first game. Ozone, Gold Gideon, Watchtower. All right, let's shift it over to Bomber Bones. 20-second timer, Amy. Easily beats the timer. Nicely done, Bones. Mythic Gideon for a minus 28. Thrill Smoke, S8 Elmo to the wall with Disperse. Jim says wait. Got that extra rage from the Dragon Storm. So Bones, that's an 8, 9, 10, 11 Elmo with Disperse because Specialty Grenade and Mass Destruction. All right, Dow's going to play the Larvae Lance. All right, so Bones, they got the Hinder on you, and now the Lance, which is going to cut your damage in half. Now, Gideon doesn't do damage. It's point-based, so it doesn't affect that. So 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to drop you down to 8. I'm going to cut that in half. But then we're going to add the Mass Destruction and Disperse, and you still get the 10 points. Similar to a Cataclysm, with an F5. Lance cutting it in half. Going to give you a blue block. 70% of a blue block, Bones. Got 30 blue remaining. All right, way to beat the timer, keep us hot. Let's go over to the Assassin, Julia, 20 seconds, starting now, Julia. Wow, it's quick. Man, my mods are fast. Look at this. Spectral Snake to Strawman. Gonna put out number 6. She's gonna move to the Ozone over there by Busy. That is movement. She got to go from here all the way around to there. That's a quarter turn penalty. No thrill smoke, Julia. But Neon Mask S8 is 16 Elmo loaded with Echo. Animal using the Evoke. All right. So, and a Mythic Sonar. All right, this is cool. This is how you do it. You guys can see somebody already made a mythic Sonar, right? All right. It is a 16. It is an Elmo. So I'm going to give Julia the 10 points for the Elmo. A lot of Elmos tonight. No thrill, so it's going to be a 16. Echo is going to make it a 17. 18, 19. So we're starting with a base of S19 with Julia. She's got no hinder. Now, Animal's going to cut that in half. So before Mass Destruction, we're looking at a S9.5. Add the mass destruction, we're over S10. But the grenade is nerfed as well. Then Bones goes Mythic Sonar. All right, so red's 10, gold's 15, mythic is 20. So Bone's going to get another 20% nerf. Of that attack, and it's going to nerf the damage from the grenade and also the rage. That's the way it works. It's almost like another evoke. So now we're looking at an S7 Spruce. Little different. Blue block. 50% of a blue block. Two big grenade attacks got nerfed, and then Crimson's going to grab 10 points for Chromica. Both sonars used by Team SLY. Well done. Strawman, move, attack, nerf, nerf. Let's go to Crimson Tide. 20-second timer. Crimson. Starting now. We got Crimson, Dow, Craven, Busy, Animal. And the damage is ramped up. Don't forget, this is Dragonstorm. Crimson's going to send her. Smart move to throw Torment over to Dow. Send her for 20. H9 Goliath. Crimson is not hindered. Looking like an S11 Goliath with mass destruction. Busy bringing a Mythic Sonar. Yes, we did have multiple people upgrade their sonars today. Crimson did beat the timer too, by the way, easily. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You guys can't play 3 sonars. Julia, delete yours. We got double Mythic, Busy and Valar. Everybody trying to play it. You'll get your chance. You can only play 2. All right. So Villar doesn't have it. Delete Villar's sonar. And it's a 5-point penalty for Ark. Pet play that they didn't have. But they do get Julia's gold sonar. So we get a mythic from Busy and a gold from Julia. Villar does not have it. So -5. And we get a 35% nerf from Crimson's Goliath. S7 Cataclysm range. Not bad. If I would have told you you're throwing a S7 Cataclysm a year ago, you'd be like, dang, that's the best grenade in the game. So after the buffs, after the Dragon Storm, after the mass destruction, this would have done a lot more if you guys didn't have sonars, though. You were asking for more nerfs, you got it. But Crimson taking down 30%, taking down a red block, and 10% of another red block. She's got 90 red remaining. Not the easiest of walls, but you guys are getting there. All right, let's go from Crimson over to Dow. Dow, you're surrounded by Torment Smoke, and it is your turn. 20-second timer. Does beat the timer. Craven says wait. All right, going to prevent the grenade. And Craven, why can he not play Dune? He's got a boss out. We got another -5 penalty for Ark. Double pet play. All right, we do have Shatter. And Jim played Shatter as well. And I missed Jim's Shatter. So her move was valid. And that is a quarter block turn. So Dow played Shatter and Jim played Shatter. That's a half a block. No, he can't play another pet. Because he played the pet and Craven called wait. Actually, he can. We've always allowed that. He can play another pet. He's paid the penalty for it. He doesn't have a valid pet play, so yes, you can substitute a pet because you've already been penalized. You want to play a pet that is not a legal play. we've always allowed it to be played, so just give me another pet. Or don't. Whatever you're going to do, I need it. All right, no pet. Got it. Fair enough. All right, let's go from Dow over to Craven Light. Craven Light, 20-second timer, starting now. Beats the timer quickly. Red Cane to Dow's boss. Cane is preventable. If it hits, it spreads a flame. That was a rule change we made 6 months ago. You can stop that pet, but it's up to you. Not telling you to, I'm just telling you what you can do with Cane. Dust to Busy is good. Misery to Busy, which is going to lower whatever pet she plays. A level. And Inferno is going to light Strawman number 6. All right. Red Cane hits. Doesn't matter. I'm not even calculate the damage on this because it's not going to die before Valar's boss caps. But he is going to spread the flame for Strawman number 7. 6 and 7. All right. Cane to spread a flame. Uses Dallas Boss as a punching bag. Dust to Busy. Inferno to Strawman. And Misery to Busy to lower her next pet grade if she plays a pet. All right. Busy B. You're up. 20-second timer starting now. We got Busy and then we got Animal. We'll get our starters back in. Beats that pretty good. All right. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, Busy, here's the problem, okay? You can't take Animals Nolan because you have a stasis. So you're ineligible to have that pet out. The only thing you can do with Lost Stasis at this point is you can move the Lost Scepter, sorry, not Lost Stasis, and you've already played it. You can move that stasis to someone on the other team. Because you can't move anything to you because you're not eligible. So because you played it, you can relocate your stasis to someone who doesn't have a pet. It can't go to Animal because Animal already has a pet. Now, Hold on. Hang on a second. What you can do, you can move Animals Nolan and give it to a teammate. That you can do. So you got one of two choices with the Lost Scepter. If you want to move Animals Nolan, which you said you did, you can't take it yourself, but you can move it to give it to someone on your team. Or you could get rid of your stasis. Those are your two choices. All right. So they're going to steal Animals, Mythic Nolan. That's painful, Joe. And she's going to give it to Valar. And she's going to throw a big grenade, and Craven's going to use the final blue to stop it. And that's going to break Busy's seal. All right, Animal, final move of the round. Busy just hijacked your stuff. 20-second timer. By the way, we got a box event next Thursday, and everybody's going to be like, I want a Lost Scepter. I need a Lost Scepter. That's a good piece of gear. It is a really, really good legendary. I'll tell you after Animals move. Animal did not beat the timer. Busy, you're going to have to give that to Julia. You're going to have to give it to Gemstone. And you're correct, Craven. Valar can't have it either. Dow can't have it. Valar can't have it. Busy can't have it. It's got to be Jim or Julia is the only two that can have it. Because neither one of them meet the condition for it either. So Busy, Jim or Julia? All right, going to give it to Jim. All right. Animal is going to Unholy the Dust. Amy, can you delete that first one, please? Unholy the Dust, Blue Spark, Rage, T10 Elmo loaded to the wall with Ignite. Gonna Blue Spark himself. Animal throwing the big potion. Yeah, it wouldn't let me either. I thought you guys could. It's okay. T10 Elmo loaded with Ignite. All is normal. And he's adding Rage and a rocket launcher. 10, 11. I'm not going to calculate it because they got a gold blue, Joe. Man, Joe, that would have been a nice one, though. I would have liked to seen that one hit. Gold blue to shut down the animal just when he was about to bring the Patton, the Dragon Storm, the turret, everything was going to hit. But the only thing to hit was the gold blue, animal taking 20%. All right. That is the end of round number 6. We got a good one. And give me your final four. SLY, 7 straw men, 150 points that round. Getting it done with a straw man. Dow and Craven, 25-25. A halo for Dow and Craven. Temple Chambers back open for business. But Ark able to get a blessing that round, SLY not. Gemstone sieging the ozone. Congratulations. 100-point siege for Gemstone. Ace Award for Busy Bee and Animal. Congratulations. Each of you getting the Ace Award. Well done. Julia getting the Occupy Rover Zone. 150 points Occupy for Julia. A lot of extras that round. Villar, Jim, Julia, and Dow. Busy heading out. Villar still in. Dow in. Julia and Jim all there. Dimes, Bones, Crimson, and Craven. Football heading out. Dimes coming back in. Sneakily coming back in. You actually did, Amy. You know what? I did not move you to the ozone. That's my bad. Bones did as well, and that's on me. I didn't move her. Bones with the Occupy as well. All right, we are in the final round. Animal heading over to see the ending of this game from the sidelines. So we got Dimes, we got Bones, we got Crimson Craven. All right, one round to go. Points are looking pretty solid by both teams. Let's see who finishes the strongest. Villar, you're in the temple. 20-second timer. Your boss will cap. I'll take care of that. Go. Much smoother game tonight. It's getting faster. We're all getting better. Lars going to move to the O-zone. There is a stealth bomber in play. Give me 1 second because she did beat the timer. All right. So Craven, she's moving to the O-zone for the stealth bomber. I just didn't put it up there. So Villar getting the Top Gun award. 50 points, Villar. And it was going to be intervened anyway, right? Unholy the Dust, Blue Spark, T10. She does get the shatter, though. So that gives them 75% of a blue block remaining. All right, moves to O-zone. Jumps in. Red Primus. She was using it for the harness ability, so yeah, it was going to be a huge attack. Double Rage would have been a T20. Blue Spark. You know what? My head's hurting thinking about all that damage. I'm just glad you guys intervened it. Sorry, Villar. That one needed to be shut down. Just did. Next time. All right, let's go over to Dead. Let me cap first. Dow, your boss fizzles, so you can now play pets again. Villar did cap. That's flag number 5 for Arc. And they did get another Kang. Mythic. And now let's go over to Dimes. 20-second timer, Dimes. Timer's up. She beat it. Talon Crimson back to the temple. Going to shatter. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 from dimes. S15 with Napoleon. And a shatter. Ouch. Dimes ain't playing with that T10. Julia with the intervene. You do get to shatter, which takes that 90% red down to 65 red. Quarter of a block with shatter. Both teams bringing big attacks in round one. Both of them had a little bit left. All right, let's go over to Gemstone. Gemstone and Mythic Dark Nolan. Jim, you and a pet. 20-second timer. Ouch. Using Joe's pet against him? Say it ain't so. All right, Jim, moving into range. Joe, cover your eyes, man. Just don't look. That was thievery. Beats the timer. Super Thrill, H9 Goliath. All right. Going to prevent gems. But now Animals, Mythic Nolan, H9, Super Thrill, 9, 10, 11, 12. Rocket Launcher, 13. With Bloodlust, S14, Nolan hits. $75 blue. Blue gone. Teardrop gone easily. Red block. Red block. One red block remaining. Jim taking down a lot with Animals Nolan. It's a good thing both didn't hit. Nonetheless, still a big-time attack. Bones, your team needs you. 20-second timer. Your boss will cap. I got you. Bones beats the timer. H9 Goliath loaded with Rampage. All the hinders are off. Jim, let me know if it hits. It hits and bones. I don't need to tell you what a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 does, but it finishes that wall. Bomber Bones, 150-point shot with the grenades. That's what 3 blocks adds up to. And let's reset it and give her a gold bar. First gold bar of the night. Valar with the Dominari. No, no. All right, no gold bar for Bones. But you did cap a flag. And so did Valar. Flags are 5-3. And you capped a Kang. Four turns remain, people. That's it. No bosses left to cap. Julia, 20-second timer starts now. Beats the timer easily. Julia's going to move over to the temple. Everybody wants Valar's stealth. Sorry, Valar, it flew away. You already got credit for it. Moxie to Strawman. Going to put out number 7. Zulu launcher. Lithium all to the wall. Crimson Tide prevents it. All right, let's go over to Crimson Tide. 20-second timer. Beats the timer easily. Blue Spark, Super Thrill, S8, Goliath. S12. It hits. Wall number 2. Using the big grenade, not the specialty grenade. Matter of preference. Black block, green block. Good thing she used the additional firepower. Let's go from Crimson over to Dow. Dow, final move for team Arc. You're no longer tormented, by the way. 20-second timer starting now. Timer is up. Does not beat the timer on the final move. All right, we're going to start a second timer, which will be a Nerf timer. 20 seconds, starting now. Does beat the second timer, no Nerf. All right, so he'll leave the DZ, take down the wall. And who is your target for the red cray? Hint, it's not going to matter. All right. Yeah, it's just going to hit her D25, and if she had another attack, she would deal half wall damage until it's killed. All right, so Dow giving up the DZ. Getting grenade range. And takes down the wall. And Dow getting a gold bar. $50-point PCP for Dow. 1 wall to 1. Craven Light, final move of the night. 20-second timer, go. This is it. This is what it's all about. Every point matters. Timer's up. Beats the timer. Silver Spark Red Curtis with Geist to the wall. What are you doing with that, man? Ain't no Red Curtis taking down that block. Did you see the first grenade shot? All right, Inferno to Strawman. He does get to Strawman. He's like, I'm gonna put some Geist on it. I'm gonna give you like 30% of a green block. It's a Red Curtis with Geist on it ain't gonna get it done. All right, but that is, he tried. He tried. But he did get another Halo. That's it, everybody. Good job. Good match. DZ, slide 25. Arc 0. Strawman, 150 points for SLY. 0 for Arc. A lot of Strawman points tonight. Good Strawman game from Team SLY. We'll see if it's enough. Everybody got their points in different ways. So I'm curious. I can't pick these anymore. Arc with a blessing. Crimson with a blessing and an orb. 5 rounds in the temple. Crimson Tide getting a golden orb. 100 points. PCP DZ, Craven with 100. Dow with 50. All right. It's going to be about 5 minutes. This is going to boil down to, did Ark get enough PCP points and flags to make up for SLY Strawman? That's really what it's going to boil down to. So there's a lot of good stuff here, and I don't know the answer to that question right now. I'll tell you in about 5 minutes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it. It's over. Great experience. All right, everybody, we are back, and for the fourth game in 4 games, we've got a nail biter down to the final block of the game. And I did get the blessings there. You can see I deducted the blessings at the end. So I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of where we stand with the points so you'll understand it. It was a hard-fought game down to the wire. One team went strawman, one team went watchtowers. But here's your breakdown. So start out with flag damage. Flags, we had Team SLY 600 points in flags. Team ARC 900 points in flag. 300-point advantage right there. We get to walls. Walls, SLY got down to the red. Pretty important there, right? 550 points in wall damage. I'm sorry. 500 points, not 550. There were 2 red blocks remaining. 500 points in wall damage. And ARC had 350. Big turn of tide right here. Strawmen. SLY, 640 strawmen points. They got 100 points in round 3, and they just kept going. 642-0. Go over to Kangs. Kangs, ARC, 362-302. A little bit of advantage for ARC. We get a mission bonus for Team ARC. No mission bonus for Team SLY. Siege points, 100 siege points for ARC. No siege points for SLY. Occupy, 150. Here's where ARC got back into it. Watchtowers. All 9 watchtowers, 225. SLY, 1 watchtower. ARC also got a 100-point bonus for watchtowers, so that helped with the strawmen. Nobody got dragon stones. DZ 125. Timers, 240 to 260. So at that point, the score was, we still got more to add, was 26-22 ARC, 25-82 SLY. It's about a 40-point advantage at that point. But then we got to get to the PCP points. PCP points, ARC got a gold bar, a couple of cannonballs, a 9 award, an ace award, a Top Gun, and PCP DZ for a total of 250. SLY, cannonball, tire, torch, ace, orb, and PCP DZ, 325. So now you've got SLY up 2907 to 2872. Then we get into the extras. The Elmos, the Cinders, the Chromicons. Or Chromicas. Extras. Elmos, Chromica, Cinder, 50 points for Team SLY. Putting them at 2957, but we got to deduct the Gideon, which puts them at 2928. Extras for Team ARC. Elmos, Dark Boss. They threw a ton of Elmos and a Sabin, 146. Bringing ARC up to 3,018. Minus the Gideon and the penalties, bringing ARC down to 2,960. ARC, 2960. SLY, 2928. 32-point victory for Team ARC. Down to the wire. Elmos, PCP points, the whole 9 yards. Another close one. The 4th close game we've had in 4 games this season. So unbelievable battle between both teams tonight. Completely different strategies and excellent gameplay. I don't know that home field advantage is super important. I think it's a little bit important, but there's a lot of different ways to go about these games. And probably the quickest match that we've had, ending well before midnight. But every mission, apparently this season is going to be every mission, every Elmo, every straw man. It's weird how two teams can go two different ways, but yet these games just keep going down to nail biters all the way to the very end. And they're not even like mirror images of matches. They're not even the same match. Wild stuff. I agree, Craig. I mean, might have came down to a mythic Nolan steal. I mean, one stealing of somebody's pet, you just don't expect it. So, awesome job tonight by everybody. Great matches just all week long. I mean, these are such a learning experience, and you guys just played incredible. So, have a good night. Enjoy your day tomorrow. NFL draft tomorrow if you're a sports fan. And we'll try to recharge. I'll see you guys Friday night for we might be into a casino discovery, right? I got a feeling there's a casino in your future. And one of Craven's favorite things to do is Saturday night, Battle Royale 11. Can Craven get that elusive championship he's been looking for? All right, everybody. Have a great night, and thanks for all you guys do. Well played, everybody, and I will see you Friday night. Peace.